guys, welcome back to my channel. This video is going to be about Petrified Women by Jeremy Ray, so let's hop on into it. Okay, so Petrified Women by Jeremy Ray is a novella about a twisted, toxic relationship between the main character and her significant other, Harley. Harley's boyfriend, Aiden, is a bit of an eccentric kind of dude. He's kind of weird. He has like wooden figurines in his home that he works on, which is like, okay, he's an artist. He has his own thing that he works on, even though his stuff is kind of weird. But she appreciates the work that he does. Here's another thing about their relationship. They love to do pranks. Well, Aiden likes to do pranks. Aiden is a notorious prankster. He feels like that's his way of like his love language, I think. I guess that's the way to phrase it. And his pranks can sometimes be a little bit more harsher than others. Like to the point where Harley is literally like afraid of him. They're not just like fun pranks that that we normally do on our partner. We've seen them on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. We've seen all of like the funny ones. You just like startle your significant other, or like maybe you scare them a little bit, but it's like always for laughs. It's not to actually like truly scare them. Aiden, though, I think he's actively trying to scare Harley, like, a lot. And so, to beat him at his own game, Harley actually sneaks into his apartment to try to play the ultimate prank on him. But things take a turn for the worse as she's, like, in the closet. She starts to see a side of Aiden that she's never seen before, and things go downhill fast. So this is a novella. It's really short. It's really good, and it moves fast, and there's a lot of tension around this apartment in general and the weird stuff going on with it. I don't want to spoil everything, but I do have specific points that I do want to cover. But I want to caution you, if you have any specific triggers for like gaslighting or toxic relationship in general, don't read the book. But if you're just like, I just want like an interesting read, like just give it to me, Sarah. I don't give a fuck. Let me try it. Let me figure it out for myself. I'm just warning you now. It's some weird stuff. Aiden. Aiden is a weird dude. This is her second relationship. Her first relationship, I guess her friend didn't like the boyfriend. And so now Harley is like, I wouldn't say she's desperate to find love, but she's got this new boyfriend now. And she's always excusing his behavior, excusing his pranks. She's like, it wasn't that bad. Except for one that really did like terrify her. It's like, girl, something's not right with him. Like, I need both of y'all to get therapy, separate therapy sessions. He might actually just need to go straight into a white room with a straitjacket. But that's neither here nor there. Anyway, I have my points that I want to make. So, I'll be looking over here at my notes, just so you know. Alright, so the first topic, per se, I would bring up is just humor and relationships in general. So, just like I just gave the information of like, we've seen couples do pranks on each other all the time on social media. Maybe you do pranks at home between you and your significant partner, that significant other, that you don't film because, not everything needs to be filmed. People typically gravitate to people that are similar to them. And I think humor should fall in line with that in a way. Not saying that everyone is going to have like the same exact humor, but it should be like on the same equilibrium. Like it shouldn't be like something to the point of where it's like making someone literally have like PTSD from the prank that you played on them, and you're just like, oh, it was just funny, it was just cool. That doesn't work in a relationship. I feel like there should be like some equalness in the humor. Like maybe you guys have like the same sarcastic humor, the same dark humor. Or at least you guys appreciate each other's humor, but you know that it's literally just them joking around. It's not to be taken seriously because that's your relationship. I feel like there's a fine line for that. And then it goes to the other side of it, which is literally Harley and Aiden's relationship, where it's extremely toxic because Aiden truly believes that his pranks are fine. They're not harmful in any way, when in actuality, the prank that he's doing during the story, I'm not going to tell you the details, but the prank that he's doing in the story as she's trying to prank him. It's not funny. The prank is not funny whatsoever. And it really shows his character. Like, when you get towards the end of it, everything will make sense. You're just like, yeah, something's not right with you, bro. Like, things are not clicking how they need to be clicking in your brain. And I feel like that's a very strong indicator of someone's actual character. If their humor is harming somebody, or at least scaring them to the point where someone literally feels fear. Like, not even just like, oh my god, what was that type of thing, and they could laugh it off and be fine with it. But if it's like a fear that literally has them anxious, has them like hyper aware of certain things, then it's like, okay, that was too far. But obviously Aiden doesn't care. Harley doesn't care to address it either. She's just trying to excuse the behavior because she's like, oh, this is just something that we can bond over it. Girl, you don't like the pranks either. Like, you know they're not that funny. They're traumatizing to you, really, to be quite honest. It's just not good. So that's just my take on humor in relationships for that part. This one's extremely short, but this is just hobbies in general. Everyone should have hobbies. I hope people have hobbies. This is one of my hobbies. But if someone else's hobby makes you feel like uncomfortable, run. I don't care what it is. Like, if someone's like, oh, I love to go hunting, okay, cool. But they're like, yeah, I really get like the thrill of killing something. That's when you should run, because that's a different level of the hobby. That's more of like a mental issue of that hobby. Like, they might try to hunt you down. You never know. They could have had people in their basement or something. It just gets to that level where it's just like, if you feel unsafe by somebody's hobby or their interest to the point where it makes you very uncomfortable and you're like actually scared for your well-being and for their mental health as well, maybe you should just dip. Like, it's not worth it. And that's what Harley should have done in the first place. Just toxic relationships in general. When people show you who they are, believe them. No one's going to just behave in certain ways just for like unless they're a sociopath. That's a little bit different. But still, believe what people show you. Like, because when it came to Harley, the way Aiden was treating her and acting towards her, even like at the beginning where they were just like talking, she was just talking about the different pranks that he does, or just how previous women didn't really get his pranks or anything like that, or he didn't get close enough to do that. Like, okay, but then still, like, you have to have like some type of awareness of like, okay, now I need to like pay attention. Why are women running away from you? That's something to be aware about. Like, maybe there's something wrong with them, especially if it continuously happens. It's not like a one or two off occurrence where it's just like, oh yeah, we didn't get close enough today, or maybe one of my pranks wasn't, she didn't find it funny, she didn't like it or something like that. Okay, whatever, fine. But if it's like girl after girl, woman after woman, then it becomes to the point where it's like, girl, you should have known, do not entertain somebody like that. There's a reason why everybody keeps running. The one that actually gets caught up in the mess and talks about, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and just date him because it's fine. Don't be surprised by what happens, because the ending of the book, you shouldn't be shocked by what happened. Like, you really shouldn't be, because this man showed his ass since the beginning. And then literally throughout the story, when she's in the apartment and he catches her, I'm just going to tell you that he does catch her, things just get even more eerie as it goes. Like Aiden's behavior just like switches and he becomes very weird and like kind of like a horror movie where the character is like possessed. It gives that. It was like just very awkward, but also he was like very sinister too. It was so weird. It was so weird, just the whole situation. So I feel like just believe people when they show their ass at the beginning or at the middle. Like, if it gets to the point where you're just like, at first you didn't really recognize certain things, or you wanted to believe that those red flags or those orange flags were actually like a slight green tint, like whatever you wanted to do to like make yourself believe that it was actually fine. When you get to the middle of it and things just start getting left, run. Like, I don't care what anyone says, run. move to another state, change your name, get a new phone number. I don't care if you need a dip. Like, that is not cool. And that's just like really the points that I had for this book, because it was good, mind you. It was good. I rated it 4 stars. It was just creepy, and I feel like the relationship in general really just heightened it. You're just like, ooh, girl, like, you should have never gotten in this place in the first place, but we get it. You really like this guy, but still, it's just like those red flags are not green, babe. Like, you're not colorblind. I don't know what it is, but it wasn't, things weren't matching up from the beginning. Like, nothing was making sense. And then these women sculpture things are creepy as hell too. Anyway, like, it just gives you like such an uneasy feeling as you're reading, and you're just like, oh my god, Harley, please stop making such dumb choices. Harley, shut up talking. Harley, stop. Like, that was me the entire time reading it. And the ending was good. I was gonna give it that. The ending was good. I wish there was a sequel, at least, tied to the aftermath of it. Like, it would be very interesting to see after that and what Harley does after, necessarily. I would just love to see more of it. That's all that I have for this video. Stay magical, and until next time, bye.